from being main bitch to side bitch. Hey, it's Bree, and I have a story for you. I'm gonna be honest, I am actually so proud of every single video that I put out. And right now, my story time video where I tell you guys about the time that guy came in my house, if you guys haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out. That's actually a true story. So that story time is actually starting to get a lot of recognition, and you know, I want to share more of myself with you guys. And because I want to share more of myself with you guys, and I want to give you guys more of a taste of who I am outside of the reactions, I decided to start filming more story times. God knows, like, I've been through so much. I have so many stories to tell, and it just makes sense why now I have this channel, because I can just get it all off my chest. I do love my channel. This is my passion, and my goal ultimately is for you guys to just have a little piece of Brie that you can carry around in the world. So today I'm going to tell you guys the story of how my best friend stole my boyfriend. Now, I don't know why I wanted to tell this story. I just feel like I've grown so much as a human being, and a lot of stuff doesn't really bother me anymore. It's kind of like a good growth experiment to tell stories that really during the time I thought I would never get over, or I thought would bother me forever and haunt me for years to come. And now I don't care about them at all. So this is a really good exercise for me, because I could tell a story that caused me so much pain, that really made me question who I was, and know that in the long run it brought me to where I am today. So with that being said, before we get into this story, I want you guys to go ahead and click that red button and subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because honestly, at the end of the day, I'm worth it. So let's get into this story. So this story begins in 10th grade, okay? And pretty much in 10th grade, I was in one of the worst relationships of my life with one of the worst people I have ever met. And during that time, like, I was popular, but I wasn't really cute. Like, I didn't really serve looks or anything like that. I was just like loud and crazy, and that's why I was really popular, because I didn't give a fuck. And to be honest with you guys, I really don't know how we ended up in a relationship or like going steady, but we did. And we were like night and day. You know how they say opposites attract? Like, I was loud, I was crazy, I was extroverted, I was friends with everybody, and he was more like cliquey. He was more known for his swag. He wasn't really like the social butterfly that I was, but we both like ran our group of friends. You get what I'm saying? Like, we were both queen bees in our own sense. So I mean, looking back on that relationship, I don't know how the hell we got together, but we did, and we were going steady, and the whole school knew that we were an item. Like I started off the story saying, this was one of the most toxic relationships that I have ever been in. He really like dogged me out, and every one of my friends knew that he dogged me out. The relationship just got so nasty. I mean, he was constantly putting me down, telling me that I didn't have any goals, that I didn't have any ambition, that I was stupid. And even regardless of all the toxic shit that he did and all the ways that he constantly put me down and devalued me, to be honest, like, he kind of made it clear how he felt about me, and I still wanted to stick around. But I was still like, ask my friends to give me advice. I would go to my homegirls and be like, oh my God, what can I do to keep him? Because I was young and dumb. Like, I was young and I was stupid, and I didn't really have I had confidence, but I didn't really have the confidence that I thought I did. Like, looking back at that time, I realized that I was not that girl. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense why I wanted to hold on to that relationship. And girl, when I say I wanted to make it to prom, mind you, this is 10th grade, so I wanted to go 2 more years in a relationship with someone that didn't even respect me as a human being. Growth. That's all I'm gonna say. Growth, bitch. So one of the homegirls that I used to vent to about my toxic relationship. I know I keep throwing toxic around. I'm getting tired of saying it myself. I considered her a best friend. And I'm going to tell you why I consider her a best friend. Because in my group of friends, I had 3 of my main homegirls. 3. And then there was just other girls that I ended up being cool with. You know, like when you're in high school, you have this unnecessarily large group of friends. You know what I'm saying? But even within that group of friends, you have your primary friends. So I started to consider this girl a best friend because this girl started to do best friend things. She would invite me over her house for sleepovers. Her parents would like rent a limo to pick us up from school, and we would go on scavenger hunts, and we would go to Benihana's, and like we were doing best friend activities. And one day we was kicking it after school, and she told somebody, oh yeah, Brianna's my best friend. And I was kind of just sitting there like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because the limo, the dinner dates, all of that stuff, the sleepovers, all of that was cool, but she wasn't my best friend to me. But when she said it, I kind of started to be like, okay, let me stop being a bitch, and let me kind of like open the doors, or like, you know, let me bring the wall down a little bit to where that friendship can build. So I did do that up until we're gonna get there, but I did open the doors and I did allow that connection. And in allowing that connection, she was one of the people that I went to ask for advice and to show vulnerability, because I have a lot of pride. I have big pride, and I didn't want people to know that, damn, like, he talking to me in a way that only my family has spoken to me. Like, he put me down in ways that only my family has spoken to me. And that was already bad that it was my family, but to be with someone that was supposed to like love me, girl, that's another topic for another video, okay? But I was going to this girl because I thought we was at that level of friendship, and I was telling her like, oh my God, like, well, you're kind of cool with him. Can you talk to him? Can you ask him why he's doing this? Boom, first red flag. I was a dummy for going to this bitch and saying, you're kind of close to my man. Can you talk to my man and get him to treat me right? Gays and girls, or whoever's watching, this is only tea that you could sip when the wisdom of age has incurred in your life. Like, if you're going through this, if I'm making this video and you click this video and you're currently going through this, or you recently went through this, if this is a new band-aid that you just ripped off, I'm telling you, I'm only here thanks to the glory of age and wisdom. Because why would you go to somebody that's your homegirl that's close with your dude and ask them to mediate at that level? That's just dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's just really dumb. So I did it. And so this bitch was playing like Dr. Phil or Oprah. Like, we would all be in like a group chat, or we would all be on Uvu, and she would kind of be the mediator. Like, literally, as I'm telling you this story, I am remembering a screenshot that I had from Uvu, because y'all know that everybody did that. We would take like screenshots on the chat, and this bitch will always be in the middle. Like, it would be like me on one end, him on the other end, and she was in the middle, always. How does that work out? I don't know. But that was, boom, another red flag. I'm just going to say that that's another red flag right there. Like, her always being in the middle should have just been like a spiritual universal sign that she was fiddling in our relationship. It did seem like she was giving advice. And I kind of feel like during this time, I was just telling her things that maybe it wasn't really necessary for her to know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she just wasn't the person to go to. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's spilt milk at this point. You feel me? So she was doing her thing. She was talking to him. I guess they had classes together or whatever, so they would talk about me in those classes. And you know, she really did make it seem like she wanted the best for me, and she wanted us to prosper because we were cute. That's what a lot of people said together, like, oh, y'all cute together, y'all cute together. But I mean, during this time, I was mad depressed, if you can't tell. Like, I was going out with somebody that put me down on top of me being depressed. So that's how you know I was just latched on to this young man because I needed something, and I wasn't even getting it, but like I really needed whatever I felt like I was getting, you know? So during this time, I was depressed. I was ditching class all the time, and I ended up getting kicked out of school. I got expelled from the high school that I was going to, and in the process of me being expelled, he was really supportive. He was there. We were talking every single day. And I don't know if I told you guys this, but one of the things that he would do in the relationship is like, he wouldn't talk to me for 3 days. And I thought that that was really weird, because it's like, I go to school with you. How have I not heard from you in 3 days? You know what I'm saying? So that was, boom, another red flag. You feel me? But during this time when I was actually getting kicked out, the communication started to get consistent. And I will tell you now that that's one of my biggest pet peeves, like inconsistent communication, because I don't care how busy you are, like, you're looking at your phone. So if you can't communicate with someone who's giving you that effort and giving you that energy, you just don't care about them. And I know that now, but at the time, like, I don't know, I was desperate. So conversation was consistent all the way up until the time where I needed to clean out my locker. Now, let's take the story back a little bit. One of the reasons why I did get expelled is because I was ditching a lot of class. I wasn't attending a lot of class. And why was that? I was spending my time looking for him. If I didn't hear from him for 2 days, I would literally spend my time looking for him with my best friends. We would go all around the campus, all around the quad. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I dedicated way too much time and way too much energy into tracking down somebody that didn't want to be found. Okay? And I need you guys to keep that in mind, that I would be looking for him during nutrition, during lunch, before school, after school, during periods. I was going out of my way to track this boy down. Okay? So the day comes where I need to clean out my locker, and coincidentally it was also Valentine's Day. This is one of the worst times in my life, because he knew I was going to go up to the school to clean my locker. I mean, like I said, the communication flow was back and forth. We were definitely communicating, and I felt like, oh my God, we're really in a relationship right now, you know? I go up to the school to clean out my locker, and it don't take long to take your stuff out of a locker. I mean, get real. You just taking your stuff out of your primary locker, and then you run, you know, you take your stuff out of your gym locker, and that's it. But because I was popular and everybody knew that I was getting expelled, it was kind of more of like a dramatic thing for me, because people were stopping me in the hallways and hugging me, and it was just like this thing. Like, even my haters was acknowledging me and coming up to me and being like, damn, like, you don't deserve this, you know? And amidst all of that, because I knew I was going to see my best friend, so I didn't really care about seeing them, I was trying to find this boy. Okay? Now, I told y'all that before I got kicked out, I would be going around the quad looking for him. While he was missing, this girl would be missing too. And it never dawned on me that all my homegirls would be there, and me and all my homegirls would be huddled up like, where is he? Where is he? And there was one bitch missing. That never dawned on me until one day, me and the homegirl, the bell rings, it's time to go to class, and me and my homegirl are like, oh, we're gonna find him today. So me and my best friend at the time, we went around the whole school looking for him, and I found him with this girl in between 2 bungalows, and he was like really close to her. Like, they was like this close. And it looked like they was gonna kiss, and me and my homegirl was just standing there like, they was really ducked off. They were really in between 2 bungalows, and it's crazy because it seems like guys in high school know all the spots, because he had never taken me there. We were just standing there like in complete silence, and as you can tell, I'm loud. But that was just one time where I was completely speechless. I was just standing there because he was just leaned up all in her face, and it seemed like they was talking about everything but Brianna Lay. And so me and my best friend was just standing there, and then when they realized that we were there, they kind of like backed off from each other. But still, my stupid ass brain did not connect what was going on, because I see it as, oh, well, they're friends. And I was just jealous off the fact that I found him and he was with her. So that's how I really felt. I was more jealous, but I was never jealous and suspicious. I was never that combination. Like, I knew that what I saw was weird, and I knew that them being that close and separated from everybody, I knew, like, I swear, this is the kind of stuff that only comes with wisdom. I'm telling y'all, this is the kind of stuff that really doesn't dawn on you until later down the line, where you start to realize what you want and what you don't want. And so I let stuff like that slide. I continued, even after I caught them, I continued to be clueless, to be young and dumb. This is where the story starts to get like, wow. Like, because I was talking to him every single day. It's Valentine's Day. I'm getting kicked out of the school. This is my last day being on the campus. And I finally find him, and he walks directly past me as if I was Casper the Friendly Ghost, y'all. And when I say that my heart, I was like, are you gonna do this here? Like, you're gonna do this on my last day in front of all these people. You're gonna walk right past me like I'm invisible. And that's a, woo. When I tell y'all that that's a pain that you just don't forget. That's a pain that you just don't forget. I don't care if I was 40 years old. I will remember that day and I'll be like, damn, he really walked right past me on my last day. I had all my stuff in my hand and he walked right past me and went straight to that girl and gave her balloons on Valentine's Day. And he did acknowledge me because he kind of pushed me out the way to get to her. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of pushed me. Like, I'm standing right here and then she came out of the blue. She came out of somewhere and he was kind of like stopped like in the middle. And when he saw her, he was just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go over there. And I was just standing there like, and I watched him hand her those balloons and I watched that smile on her face and I'm like, since when was this her Valentine's? Man, literally that night when he did that, I went on a drinking binge. Like, when he did that day, when I went home, I polished off an entire bottle of like Sky vodka, passed out on the couch, and my auntie saw me in the bottle. I mean, dude, like, I was spiraling, bro. I was out of it. Like, I had never been so just completely disregarded as a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so disrespected. How you talk to somebody every single day? You know what I'm going through with my mom. You know how I feel about being kicked out. You know that I don't know where I'm gonna go from here. And in between that, you find a time to hook up with my homegirl and buy her balloons and everything. Damn, I never even got a Christmas card out of bruh. And we actually went Christmas shopping together. I didn't even get not even an iTunes card. She got balloons and shit. I have a lot of pride. So only a select few people from high school really knew the level of mental breakdown that I was having behind this situation. And it wasn't just the fact that, you know, these two were entering a relationship. It was like all of it. It was the fact that they were entering a relationship and I just got kicked out of school. It was like such a scandal. It was like, oh damn, like, was he waiting for Brianna to leave? Like, oh, okay, so Brianna gone, so then now they go out. I mean, it was literally like just stabbed me in the back and then stabbed me in the chest and then, you know, cut my stomach open. It was literally like, damn. You know, I would never do that to nobody, you guys. I would never do that to nobody. But that just shows my character versus the people that I have encountered. You feel me? So when I get kicked out of school, that's when people start to come to me and tell me, oh yeah, I been knew that they were gonna get together. They were already, you know, they was already making out here and there and doing this and that. And I'm like, damn, so y'all knew what was going on. Y'all knew what was going on. Y'all just didn't want to tell me. But now you feel comfortable telling me because like, oh, well, it's not like you go here anymore. You know? And I guess that makes sense. But it's like, y'all could have saved me from looking dumb. Because if y'all had told me that they were becoming an item, I wouldn't have, you know, chased someone down on Valentine's Day that wasn't my Valentine. I mean, damn. How much more dumb could you make the girl look? Like, for real. So, you know, I mean, this girl became my worst enemy. For real. Like, and the worst thing about it is that she was so bougie and like, she was just, the best way I could describe it is like, she was Evelyn and I was Tammy. This girl became my mortal enemy. But you know, she wasn't even a fun enemy to have because she didn't want to go back and forth. She didn't want to have a real beef. She just wanted to make it seem like her and him ended up together because they just had chemistry. She made it seem like she didn't steal him. She made it seem like they just connected better, and that's how the relationship ended up happening. Girl, first of all, I'm never going to fall for that story. Ever. During this time, this girl actually had the audacity to still kick it. Like, she would still come to events and flaunt her relationship. She would be on some shit like, oh, I'm sorry, he's calling. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna. And me and my best friend would just be sitting there like, I was shady, petty boots, Wendy Williams, Black China. Remember when Black China broke up with Rob and she did that interview and she put the business wig on? That was my level of shade. That was my energy every time, because I'm like, not only did you steal someone who I was so in love with, I was willing to look stupid constantly on a consistent basis. And I think that's how their relationship flourished, because when I was going to her and telling her to fix and repair and mediate and be a friend and try to be that middleman, she was going over to him and roasted. That they was probably getting together on Uvu when I had to go to bed. You know, they would probably be together on Uvu like, oh yeah, this, you know, this dumb bitch, whoop whoop whoop. Like, he probably saw a window, saw an opportunity, and just took it. And he was like, why can't I have my cake and eat it too? I mean, realistically, now that we're adults, that's the only thing that really made sense, because he ended up doing the same thing to her that he did to me. So while I'm kicked out of school and she's off flourishing and they're the new it couple, you know what I'm saying? He was doing the same thing. Because while he was dating her, he was hooking up with me. And you know, I was accepting those appointments. Believe I was accepting those appointments because fuck her. Fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I think it's just a girl thing. And it also probably has to do with the fact that I come from a lineage of petty people. I'm just petty. I'm just genetically petty. Like, that's just who I am. So, you know, just like how she had the one up on me, I gotta get the one up on her. And so I would hook up with him, you know, because I was still aching, you guys. Like for 3 months. It took me 3 months to get over him. I was in pain, for real. And I had to go on social media and see, you know, the relationship posts. I had to see her walk away and take calls from him, or him picking her up from a party. Where are they going? I mean, I was so hurt. The relationship took me so long to get over. It got to the point my friends didn't even want me to talk about it. So sometimes I would be with them and I'll just be down. I'll just be low. And like, I couldn't even talk about it with nobody, y'all. And it was just like so many levels to it. My ex-boyfriend and his ex-best friend did me so dirty, and they don't even know, because it was so much other stuff on top of that I was going through. I really didn't deserve that. You feel me? But it is what it is. It happened for a reason. You feel me? So he ends up doing the same thing to her. And I know, because I was a pawn in that, you know? So, I mean, the only thing that sucks is that she got to rub her relationship in my face. And when her relationship crumbled and he ended up doing the same thing to her, I didn't get to rub it in her face. And that sucked. That didn't really, you know, that didn't really bring me the closure that I needed. But now I'm in a space in my life where I understand that closure is just something that we as human beings make up. And sometimes you never get. You never get. It wasn't my place to be there to see that, or to see her go through that. That wasn't for me. I mean, it just really sucked that I wasn't there to rub it in. Like, yeah, I played the part in ruining their relationship, but he still kept that image up. And she went from being side bitch to main bitch. So our roles had totally reversed. And you know what? Actually, now that I say this story, did she steal him, or did he just finesse us both? Now that I'm really thinking about it, did my best friend steal my boyfriend, or did he end up finessing both of us? Because when you really look at the story, it kind of just seemed like he just took whoever he could get. Crazy. So it's like, That's pretty much the end of the story, honestly. I mean, now that I've come to that realization, I mean, my mind is blown. I'm like, did my best friend steal my boyfriend? Or was it a situation where, you know, she thinks she's doing me a favor and he flips the script and he's like, you know what? Let's talk about me and you. You was looking good. Whoop-de-whoop-whoop. Gassing her up, gassing her up, gassing her up till she felt like, you know what? We would be better together. You know what? Fuck Brianna. That's the gag. The gag is just the same thing that he did to me, he did to her. It just wasn't on a bigger scale. And that's what sucks. That I wasn't around to rub it in her face like she was rubbing her relationship in mine. And it's cool. It's okay. It's okay because even though I was bitter in the moment, I understand that it was never my place to be there for her and to see that. That was never my place. That was never my position. My position was to go through what I went through and see her true colors and everybody else who true colors who knew what happened. You know what I'm saying? Who knew what was going on and didn't tell me. That was my position. Not, ha, 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 ha. I was cheating with him too, by the way. That wasn't my position. Now, I'm petty, but I'm not that petty. But if she see this video, yes, girl, I played my part. If you guys like this video, because that's pretty much the end of the story, go ahead and turn that thumbs up below. Support your girl. Get those fingers moving and let me know. Because this is what I really want to know. Do you guys think that my best friend stole my boyfriend, or do you think that my boyfriend finessed the both of us? Let's be honest here, because now that I really have told this story and I put myself back in those emotions, I kind of really feel like, damn, maybe she didn't steal him. You know? Or do you think it was kind of like a 50-50 thing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Get those fingers moving. I want to know what you guys think. Also, let me know if you guys enjoyed these story times, because honestly, before I got to this point, I did a lot of dumb stuff. So I have unlimited true stories. I never need to sit up here and make anything up, because I've lived a ridiculous life. I can say that. I'm young and I've had my fun. So if you guys are interested in more story times, go ahead and let me know in the comments below as well. But with that being said, I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.